The power of femininity is yapping. Like women talk about their... Not every opportunity that you come across is your calling. You have already consumed enough of content creators. Go and create your own, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, men and women, boys and girls, welcome to Sorority Talk KE, a space created by Wamboi to help women like you and myself define our bold, elegant, and futuristic identity. Guys, how have you been? Nimewahata manze, it's been long since we last met. I know it has been exactly 1 year. That is if at all you have not been watching any of my shorts. Anywho, it has been 1 year. Welcome to our channel. It is no longer e-podcast. E-podcast served its purpose. We have grown that season. We learned what was supposed to learn. It came with its own blessings, and we are so grateful for that. Welcome to Sorority Talk KE. Hapa tuongelee tena hypothesis. Hapa we're talking about life as it is. Hakuna kudanganyana, okay? So, as you get in, please pick a flower and grab a seat, okay? Okay? Growth. So, 2024 ilikuwa ile mwaka yenye tulipeleka serikali mbio. Like leo kuna cabinet, kesho kuna cabinet, the following day to see sote tukasema, you know what, this thing, like Kenyans decided, you know the way America inakwanga na elections alafu unasema America decides. So 2024 Kenyans decided that this country will not be ran like, you get. But anyways, and Kenyans decided we're not going to let this country like burn down na sisi to make it hapa. So Kenyans decided like this is our time, and our leaders have to know that Kenya ni yetu. 2024 ndio mwaka ambayo I lost friendships, like people that I had considered to be so close. Unaget unamka tu siku moja kwa like yeah, I understand we are close but not anymore. You outgrow people, and I'll tell you, adult friendships, letting go of adult friendships is not easy. Yeah, it is not easy. It is almost like a breakup. You get hurt, sometimes you feel like reaching out, like you can like hata niki reach out, the vibe is not there anymore, so I'll rather not. 2024 is the year that I learned that do not take things for granted. You see temenye mekiti hapo na familia yenu, mnakunywa chai pamoja, mnaenda sijui movie pamoja, mnaenda walks pamoja. Let me tell you one thing, guys. Today you might think you have everything figured out, alafu tomorrow life tells you, excuse me, life inasema niachieni huyo. Life inasema niachieni huyo. 20, do not take things for granted. And I get so wary every time I hear people saying like, I cut off my parents. I do not understand the relationship that you have with your parents. Lakini, let me tell you one thing. Absence makes the heart grow fond. This is what I'll tell you, and I'll still tell you. In as much as your parents are I don't know, manipulative, ama maybe you're saying they are toxic, saidia mzazi wako kwa umbali, but do not cut off your family. Hey, yeah, let me tell you guys, do not do. Wewe, maybe by the 2024 has taught me the times that mnakanga hapo kwa familia yenu, maybe every supper mko pamoja, mnakula pamoja. Do not take those moments for granted. Today you are seated like a family, nobody's talking to one another. Tomorrow you are laughing together. The other day familia iko hivi, huyu grow up, amehama, huyu mwingine hayuko, mara mzazi mmoja amekufa. Guy, things life ina turn to drastically. Leo kila kitu iko figured out, kesho hakuna kitu iko figured out. Please do not take those moments that you have for granted. Be it with your friends, be it with your family, be it with that significant other. I saw the other day mtu akiuliza ati squeezy bado watu wanasalimia, wanaambiana ngati how are you, sijui how was your day, umekula kwa relationship. And I'll tell you this, it's always the little things that matter, even in a relationship, in a family, at work, everywhere. It's always the small things. So do not take for granted that significant others of yours, ama that friend of yours who asks you, umekula, leo umefanya nini? Like that one friend who checks up on you, do not take them for granted. Sawa? Anyway, these are my key takeaways from 2024. Number 1, growth requires letting go. Maybe you've been friends with people for 10 years, 50 years, 15 years, whatever years that you have been friends with. But at times, you wake up and you feel like, this vibe is not there anymore. Imagine it is okay. It is okay to let go. And letting go of people does not mean, like, letting go and outgrowing does not mean mko na beef. Life happens. Unapatanga, maybe vile huyu alikuanga anajibeba, si vile mimi nataka kujibeba, ama si vile nataka. I do not want to be associated with such a character. Mostly tunasemanga time yenye mlikuwa mnaenda sherehe na squad yenu, mnaenda sherehe every Friday unaget, so mnaenda party, alafu tena all of a sudden you feel like I don't want to do alcohol or drugs anymore, I want to take a break. Alafu tena now your friends start so of course you have to like cut off kidogo those friends wenye mlikuwa mnaenda out na wao. And then every Friday they call you, so like no, purpose yangu ya life sahi si yenye ilikuwa kitambo, sahi I've grown. St. Paul says, when I was a child I behaved like a child, I thought like a child, I reasoned like a child, I ate like a child, all the things that I did were childish, but now I've grown up, I have to change my ways. So letting go of your friendships does not mean that mkona be outgrowing people and things is okay and it's needed, it's natural. In fact, what I'll tell you is that please embrace the power of silence. Putting off your phone. Like sometimes unaona tu unapigiwa like uko like I'm not picking up that call. I'll respond that message when I feel like I'm ready to respond, but I don't have to double text you. I don't have to reply immediately. No, I just need my space. Okay, yeah. So friendships that do not align with your mission, that do not align with your purpose anymore, it's okay to outgrow them and it's natural and it is okay. Alafu, number 2 ni your voice and your story hold power. Your voice and your story hold power. Every time we listen to these content creators who have already made it, unasikizanga story yao kwa like wa ule anani inspire, ule ametoka from grace to grass, from grass to grace. Alafu kwa like wa hata mimi one time naweza penda kupeana story yangu. Instead of you waiting for upate 10 million followers, start giving your story right now. One thing that I tell myself every time, specifically right now in my podcasting and in my YouTube, I tell people that my story, my authenticity is my asset. My tribe will find me in my line of authenticity. There's no way I'm gonna talk about something that I do not know, ama kuongea tu for the sake of clout or for the sake of followers. I'm gonna talk my language. I'll talk what makes sense to me. You get, I'll just be my authentic self. So maybe this is also a call for you. In the beginning I said this is a bold, elegant and futuristic women. Bold women embrace themselves like this is who I am. I'm not going to downplay my abilities. I'm just going to be authentic. If I can do it, I can do it. If I do not know how to do it, I'm not interested. I don't know, I will learn, or what is mine will find me. Period. Just be yourself, the world will adjust. Sawa. And then in the issue of letting go, and maybe somebody has ever hurt you, maybe you have ever been heartbroken, healing and forgiveness is not a switch, it's not a one-time thing, it's a process. Aki nimesema kitu hapa like forever since nianze hii podcast. Healing is a process, and I'll still tell you, healing and forgiveness is a process. Letting go is a process, it's not a switch. You get Oprah Winfrey and Dr. Bruce Perry, in their book What Happened to You, they say that forgiveness is not a switch that you turn it on, saying it is a process, and in that process you'll have to feel and embrace your emotions. So if maybe one time you feel like I want to forgive that ex-boyfriend who left me with a child, I look at this child, I'm like, wewe kitoto hiki, like wewe unanikumbushanga ule mtu. And every time you look at that child you feel like breaking down. It is okay to break down. Every time you look at maybe the scar that you have because of out of that abusive relationship that you developed, it is okay to feel bad. It is okay to cry about it. It is okay to tell your story a million times. The power of femininity is yapping. Like women talk about their sorrows all the time. So if right now I get heartbroken, kesho naangusha episode ya heartbreak. Kesho I'll call all my friends to tell them how I've been heartbroken. Kesho nita post all the the quotes in my Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Like what people will know that I've been heartbroken, and that itself, talking about it and releasing it, letting it go, it is power on its own, because it gives you power to overcome it. You get? So tunaambiwanga you have conquered him through the word of the lamp and by the word of your testimony. So the more you testify that yes, I've been heartbroken, the more it becomes easier for you to heal. Sawa? So forgiveness itself is a journey, and you do not need to feel bad about it. The fact that your friends were heartbroken within 2 weeks walikuwa already in a new relationship, and you feel like you want to isolate yourself from the other gender to take to heal. You want to isolate yourself from the other gender to heal. It is okay. Sawa, do not be so hard on yourself. It is okay, it is necessary, and that is where you'll find your power. Solitude is power. So forgiveness and letting go is not a one-time thing, it's a process, and embrace that journey as it comes. Sawa? 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 And then it is okay to pivot. Not every opportunity that you come across is your calling. Fine, I'm a marketing and PR student, and in the beginning of my marketing career nilikuanga social media manager. I would handle businesses like their social media platforms, natengenezea content calendar, until it got to a point I told myself, I know how to do this thing, but I don't want to do it anymore because this is not my calling. And I found my voice in marketing, but not in direct marketing like social media, in public relations and marketing. You get? So sometimes it is okay to take a different route. The fact that everybody in IT, and I find two stories are IT, maybe okay fine, I might not know everything about IT, but one thing I know is that in the IT kuna website management. Sawa, you can even create a website, an app, a software out of IT, information and technology. So the fact that everybody has an IT degree, that does not mean pia uanze kwa job creation. What if God is actually calling you to start website design, to start creating software for businesses? So it is okay to pivot, and not every opportunity that you come across is your calling. I really applaud people who say no to jobs that make them feel like well, okay, I know I have the qualifications, but I'm not doing that. Okay fine, I know I need a job, but I'm not settling for that job, because that opportunity is not yours, and what is yours will find you. In fact, more than you are seeking those opportunities, learn how to create opportunities for yourself. Sawa? Yeah, so learn to pivot and move forward. Sometimes unasemanga we're in an age whereby ukifika midlife watu anaanza kuambia kwani huolewi, unajua. So at maybe kama uko 25 ama beyond, unakwanga uko expected, uko figure out life and all that. But if at all you don't know how to do it, just understand that I don't know how to do it. An opportunity for me to learn how to do it will present itself. I do not have to hustle and to struggle for these opportunities. And if at all that does not happen, I will create that opportunity for myself. And talking about pivoting and opportunities, I really get so amazed when people expect women to get into marriages knowing what exactly a marriage is or a marriage should be. I understand that women mature faster than men, but now how comes a woman is expected to get into marriage akijua kufunga diaper? What if I've never had a child before, for example? I don't have like younger siblings. When I was, in fact, we were two toddlers in the house. So I'm just talking for other women, maybe. So we're two toddlers in the house at the same time. Okay, the fact that I have a younger brother does not mean I know how to take care of a child, because at the time that child was growing up, I was also a toddler. Sawa, you know, Africa and fertility. So mnapata mko watoto wengi wadogo at the same time, and you're growing up at the same rate, and then all of a sudden you'll be expected to get into marriage knowing how to take care of a child, how to breastfeed, how to do the diaper things, how to, I don't know, bro. That opportunity will present itself. Do not rush to it. Sawa, usikimbililie opportunity that will present itself. An opportunity of you learning how to master your financial literacy, an opportunity of you learning how to put on makeup, all those will present itself. All those opportunities will present themselves, but do not go after every opportunity that you're coming across. In fact, learn how to say no to some of these opportunities. No itself is a form of self-care. Yeah, just yes is a cage. It is okay that women have been, you have to say yes, but I'm here to affirm you. When you feel like you don't want to do something, no, it's a form of self-care. And yes, to some extent, the word yes itself, the nod that you give to everybody outside there, is a cage. Sawa, choose your freedom, choose yourself. Self-awareness is self-mastery. Sawa. Finally, my dear women, my dear ladies, bold women build their own tables. Most of the time they ask us, what are you bringing to the table? Excuse me? I'm the whole table. What do you mean, what am I bringing? If I came with that table, what are you putting it on? What are you putting on top of that table? I'm the whole table. What are you putting on top of that table? You see, women are born to be creators. In the story of creation, the story of Adam and Eve, we read that Adam, the only command that Adam was given was to subdue the earth and name the creation of God, and that he was not to eat from the middle tree until Eve came to the picture and ate that, and until Eve came to the picture and ate that fruit and ate that specific fruit. But until Eve came to the picture, God told them, go now and multiply. Because God knows that there is so much power in the body of a woman. And here you are limiting yourself, expecting that somebody will employ me. What if you have already consumed enough brands? You have already consumed from enough brands. Go and build your own brand. You have already consumed in products from different businesses. Go and create your own business. You have already consumed enough of content creators. Go and create your own. Okay? Sometimes life is not magic. You know, you command your life by the way you live it yourself. Be the woman who builds her brand. Be the woman who builds her own business. Be the woman who builds her own income and financial literacy skills. Be the woman who creates. You see, in the story again of the story of the birth of Jesus, Mary just told Joseph once that I'm expectant and it is not yours, it is it is of the Holy Spirit. And nowhere in the Bible do we read, or rather do we see that Mary going again after Joseph, trying to convince him that, excuse me, please help me take care of this child because it is of the Holy Spirit. No, in fact, God himself spoke to Joseph and told him, go back to Mary. You get, and here you are trying to force things to work out. Why can't you just surrender things into the hands of God? If God has brought you this far, that means he has a purpose for you. So stop overthinking it. In fact, start creating. Start doing something with your life, okay? Okay. Yesterday I saw a quote on Instagram that was saying that God is a girl dad. He made akina Moses wapande uko milima, mountains up there. He made Moses climb the mountain up there. He took Joshua to the battlefield. But look at how God treated women in the Bible. Look at how he fought for Queen Esther, for Ruth, Naomi, name them, for Miriam. Look at how God treated Elizabeth. Look at how God treated Mary. Look at how God treated Hannah. God is indeed on your side if only you'll also try to conform to his will. Okay, so go outside there and create. Go outside there and build that stable. Go outside there and build that brand. Many times women say, oh, I want a rich husband. I want a man who is prominent. I want this, I want that. But can you yourself even handle that 30,000? Can you be accountable for that 1,000 that somebody gave you last month? Can you really be accountable to that one? So if at all you cannot be accountable to the small things, how will God entrust you with big things? Okay, so before your season comes of marriage, before your season of having children unfolds itself, just learn how to create the small things that you are in. Maybe the job that you are in right now, learn extra things. That is an opportunity that has presented itself. That is a table that has come. In fact, just learn how to do the bare minimum for yourself. And I get so, I don't know, it gets to me every time that a woman tells me, I do not want to pursue my masters, I do not want to apply to a higher position. And you're like, why don't you want to do this? Because what if nobody marries me because I'm educated? What if nobody marries me because I have money? Excuse me, from the spirit of a scarcity mindset. Please do not bring your scarcity mindset to us. You go for you just do it. Okay, just do it. Sawa, you go and upgrade yourself, go and elevate yourself. What is yours will find you. Okay, fine, you do not want to do your master's, sawa, but what if in your undergrad for 4 years ukupata mpoa na sasa ndio umekata kufanya masters na so unataka kuattract nani? Tuambiane tu kweli. So be the woman who builds her brand, builds her business, builds her children, her marriage. And again, there is this aspect of people don't want to get married right now because marriages are breaking. In Catholicism, we say that if at all one church, for example, in Europe is failing, the church in Africa is dancing. Same case with marriages. If at all marriage X is failing, there are a million marriages that are working. If at all you do not want to start that business because you saw that other business failing, there are 1 million other businesses that are I mean, if at all that one business is failing, there are other million businesses that are blooming. If at all that one marriage X is failing, there are a lot of 1 million marriages that are working, and people don't even talk about them. Okay, God has not brought you this far only for him to shame you. In fact, he says, all those who hope in me will never be disgraced. And here you are trying to disgrace yourself. If God has elevated you to this space, where would you degrade yourself? Sawa. Anywho, in the intention of you building your own table, be very intentional with it. Ask yourself every time, why am I question those thoughts that you have, like, why am I doing this? Am I doing this out of pride? Am I really doing this because everybody is doing it? Why are you doing it? Are you really satisfied? Is your inner self happy when you're building that career, when you're building that marriage, when you're building that business, when you're building that relationship? Are you yourself happy? Are you happy? Anywho's, yeah, I know. The talks now are so upgraded because we are not children anymore. We are not thinking like children. I know we are baby girls, but baby girls with an elevated mindset. So for this and more talks, please subscribe, join the squad. It's not fair if I told you in the squad, it's not fair if I told you in this squad, alafu tena you have not subscribed. Imagine I'm giving you a flower for free. Kwanza, this one is dropping on Valentine's. Pick your flower here. So as you wait for somebody else to be bringing you flowers, or as you wait for yourself to gain that confidence to buy yourself flowers, pick a flower over here. And then, pick a flower, join the club, subscribe, like, tell a friend to tell a friend. You can also catch us up on Spotify, on TikTok, on YouTube here, and Instagram. So tell a friend to tell a friend. And until next time, do have yourselves a manifesting week.